Hello. Today I'm going to try to make some cranberry muffins, and I'll tell you what I'm making them with. Got some cranberry sauce, some home canned cranberry sauce that I opened the other day. It's very runny, and we're probably not going to eat the whole jar with anything. So thought, well, I'll just make quick bread with it. I said muffins, but I mean quick bread. So I've got all my things out. I've got my oil measured here. Let me get my recipe lit up again. It calls for 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder, 3/4 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. I'm skipping the cloves and the allspice because this is basically a pumpkin bread recipe. It calls for a teaspoon of baking soda, a cup and 2/3 of flour, a cup and a half of sugar, 1/3 cup of water. I'll probably skip the water because this is plenty wet enough. 2 eggs, and then it calls for a cup of pumpkin, which is going to be this here. This is about a cup and 1/4 or a cup and a half all together. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm ready to measure my ingredients I'm going to measure my wet ingredients into the large measuring cup. So, get my 2 eggs in there. These are store-bought eggs because our chickens got real lazy. And I've already got the oil in here. I'm going to put the cranberries in here. The cranberries and the juice that occurred with them. Mix this up. Now, in the big bowl, I'm going to put my cup and 2/3 of flour. Okay. 1/4 of a teaspoon of baking powder. Alright. 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. Teaspoon of baking soda. Remember, I'm skipping the cloves and the allspice for this recipe. We've got the flour in there, 1 2/3. Now I need 1 1/2 cups of sugar. Wait a minute, did I put the salt in? No. 3/4 teaspoon of salt. So this is a 1 cup measure. just pour it in there. It's not scooping very good out of this bag. You see my sugar has gotten lumpy. And here's a half cup. Okay. And I got sugar on my tablet. Okay. Now I'm going to mix this stuff, the dry ingredients together. Try to break up some of these sugar lumps. Okay, and then put the wet ingredients in. I'll bring you back when I'm ready to pour it in the pans. As you can see now, I have a new stove. It's a really big one, so it really crowds us in this cabin. But it has 4 working burners and a functioning oven, and we got it for such a deal I couldn't pass it up, so we made room for it. So I've been using the oven instead of using the Coleman oven. Y'all know, if you've watched me for very long, I've been without a proper stove for quite some time. Anyway, I guess a year, maybe longer. But I've been dealing with using that little Coleman oven, and it works if you're ever in a pinch. Those little ovens do work. Now anyway, I'm going to get this into my baking pans. These are kind of medium-sized baking pans. I probably could have done one really big one, 3 or 4 small ones. I've got all sizes. But 1 is enough. I mean, 2 is enough, I think. Okay, I'm ready to put it in my oven. I really hope I've got the temperature set right, because there are no numbers on that dial. So we're just guessing at it until I get a new knob. So let me get these in the oven. It's hot and it's working. They should cook close to an hour. Let me see what it says here. One hour until at 350 until it tests done. So I'll bring you back when I'm ready to take them back out, and I'll show you how I test them for doneness. Okay, it hasn't been a full hour, but these are smaller pans, so it's been about 35 minutes. But you can see, you insert a knife in the center and it comes out clean. Very nice. Okay, so that's done. After it cools, and I can turn it out of the, I can turn it out of the pan, I'll show you what it looks like when it's sliced. Okay, I'm not exactly sure what happened. Sometimes things happen, y'all. But on both of them, the bottom stuck. I mean, they stuck in the pan. And then I took a spatula and did like that, and the bottom came right out. So I don't know what I did. Doesn't really matter. We'll still eat them.